Hey guys, so this video is a day after my Tati breaking my silence video summary that I did, and now, with a clear mind, I can continue talking about the situation. She took us by surprise, let me just say that much. And the matter of fact is, what I'm kind of confused about is how everyone that is obviously invested in this drama, oh my god, I thought that was a bug, okay. Everyone that is invested in the drama wanted her to film a video, and then when she films a video, everyone's like, who asked for this? And it's like, we did. So just going over kind of what I said yesterday, I believe her. I see this happening. I didn't see it coming from Shane Dawson, but I did see it from Jeffree Star. And matter of fact is they are so closely aligned now that when one does something, I assume the other one knew about it and kind of gave it a big thumbs up. That's how I look at it now. Now, Shane Dawson posted his live yesterday that I didn't talk much about because the video was already getting super long, so I just inserted it at the end, but I'm going to talk about it today because I have a lot of thoughts. Before I get into my thoughts, because I forgot my intro completely, so like Instagram, Twitter, follow me on there. It's a fun time. Also second channel, not fourth, second channel in the description. It's fun. I do chill stuff on there, so when you are done with the drama, you can go over there and just hang out and, just do all the fun stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to insert clips of the live. It's not too long. I edited it down yesterday because there was a lot of him running around his house like a headless chicken. Is that the saying? Yes, that is. He says nothing throughout the whole live because I rewatched the live now, and I rewatched some videos with the live included in it. So I've watched it so many times. At this point, I could act it out for him. He says nothing. In that 2-minute and something clip, nothing of value was uttered. He keeps on going to say something, and then I think the way it looks to me is realizing that he's got nothing to say and then just stopping and acting like he's just too angry to say anything, when in reality there is nothing to say. So he'll go, she is literally, ugh, that's, if you look at it, let me just try and, okay, I'll splice up right now, right? My editing skills coming in handy. I'll splice up every time he starts a sentence and doesn't finish it.
I can't process this. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. This woman is a oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind. Because you message drama channels. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Because she is a I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can, oh my god.
As a victim of abuse myself.
Oh my god. You are so manipulative. You're fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have been, oh my god. That is not, oh my god.
On the high floor of a hotel, and I was afraid for.
There it is. Okay, so looking at that, he says nothing of value. That's literally the whole live. I just cut out all the bits that just didn't make sense. Ryland tells him to get off live twice. I think it was twice. I think he said at the end and he said at the beginning as well. He was like, get off. I don't know if that's Ryland realizing that this is making it worse, or if it's Ryland. I don't know what it was. Anyway, Ryland did go on a little venting spree on Twitter, which I'm going to get into in a minute because that was a mess. A little bit. What bothered people and what I didn't touch on because I think I was in such shock by Tati's video that I couldn't even think of anything else. But now that I'm over that, we can move on to this live stream where Tati begins to talk about her past with sex assault, and Shane Dawson looks at that, hears that out of his TV, rolls his eyes, and basically says that she's manipulating people and that her crying is fake. I know people laugh at the fact that she cries in every single video, and she seems to be a very emotional person. It's funny to poke jokes at it. But matter of fact is, people are poking jokes when she's doing it in just a different context. The moment she starts talking about assault, everyone's like, yep, this is a moment that she's allowed to have. And then he almost makes it a competition of who's had the worst life. He goes, no, I've been. And it's you both are allowed to have similar experiences and talk about them. Why is it that you're allowed to excuse your jokes about kids with having a bad childhood, but when she excuses her video that she made on James Charles with also having a bad experience, that is somehow manipulation? But let me just bring you back a few days when you filmed your video apologizing for blackface, making jokes about kids and animals, jokes. You said that you made those jokes about kids because you were as a child. Why are you allowed to make excuses and manipulate your audience with a sob story, but she's not allowed to do that? Do you not see how you're contradicting yourself? The bubble is really starting to burst at this point. I'm just seeing a lot of contradictions. Whether you believe Tati or not is a whole different story. We don't have to believe Tati without any evidence, but like I said on my twitter.com, if you want to follow me on there, she is probably not allowed to post the evidence. She says she has a hard drive of tea and receipts that she's not going to post. And why is she not posting it? From my 2 years of an unfinished law degree, as a part-time law person, I don't have any qualifications to say this right now. If she wants to start a court case, she is not allowed to post evidence on the internet before the court case starts, because that will heavily affect the results of the court case. And she would just be giving away all the stuff that she has on these people. So you would be able to prepare before the court case comes around, and that completely just diminishes everything she does. So you are allowed to not believe her. That is something that you're fully allowed to do. You're in your right to do that. But, you know, the fact that she says she might pursue legal action kind of speaks volumes to me. But yeah, I just don't understand. Why is my camera so high? Okay. But yeah, I just completely don't understand why Shane Dawson thinks he's somehow allowed to excuse problematic jokes, disgusting jokes really, because of his bad life experiences. But when someone else does it, it's manipulation. So are you saying that you also try to manipulate your fans? Is that what you're telling us? Because I think that's what you're telling us without realizing that that's what you're telling us. So James Charles still hasn't responded, but like Tati said, they have talked behind the scenes. She said that in her video, they spoke behind the scenes. He has forgiven her. Also, many people took offense, I guess, to the way she apologized to him. Matter of fact is, she apologized to him privately months ago. This apology was just more of a formality than anything. It was just to let people know that she has apologized to him and she's doing it again publicly. But I bet, the private apology was a little bit longer than the public apology. And I think the private apology means so much more than the public one, right? So as long as she's apologized privately and James Charles has forgiven her, I don't know why people have an issue with her public apology to James Charles when he's forgiven her. I'm sure her private apology was good enough for him to forgive her and want to take part in this video. James Charles wanted to take part in this video. Just putting that out there, because people are like, oh, this apology was just not good enough. I'm like, to you, it wasn't good enough to you, but it was good enough to James Charles. The beauty community has been up in flames about this. They are rightfully angry at people for just now realizing how bad of a person Jeffree Star is. There are still people that are defending Shane and Jeffree, which, what are you doing? Even if you don't believe Tati, everything else that they've done, yeah, no. So for example, Patricia Bright actually tweeted out a thread of her opinions on this whole thing. And Patricia Bright is such a unproblematic person. She is literally never involved in drama. So for her to speak about this speaks volumes on the whole thing. She tweeted out saying, the most annoying thing about this is that we all knew the silence towards Jeffree Star from so many creators was not enough for people to understand how much of a monster he is/was. People were literally scared for their lives because of this man. And isn't this a very similar story to everyone else? Patricia Bright is saying everyone was scared of him behind the scenes. Samantha Ravindell, Cam Lester, Blair White, everyone is scared of Jeffree Star. Why? I wonder why. There are videos of him attacking women, threatening violence to women, threatening to cut women, kicking women, his consistent racist behavior, and people still loved him. Make it make sense. I watched Friends I Know buy that stupid pig palette and I was horrified because it showed me that most people don't care about justice. They don't care if they support disgusting human beings. They are happy to be part of the trend. Money, privilege, and power allow some bad people to stay at the very top. For years, the beauty community was cannibalized by these monsters, and so many just allowed it to happen. Pushed all the bad past to the side, and private jets was enough for people to forget. I'm so mad because I've been making videos on YouTube for almost 9 years, and so many black women were attacked and threatened by this guy, and no one cared. When Jeffree Star threatened to cut Shayla, that was a clear sign that he was a monster. Did anyone care? Nope. Disgusting. Chloe Morello replied saying, exactly, many have been scared for their physical safety. There is many beauty gurus coming out and saying that they are scared. They were scared to speak about Jeffree Star, even though they did not agree with anything that he did. So Marlena Stell, the owner of Makeup Geek, tweeted out saying, wasn't there just a post from someone this week saying that women don't stand up for each other in this community? The reason is that when they do publicly, it comes with the risk of getting heat for standing up for that woman. I think there'd be more unity in the community if 1, women weren't held to a higher standard and critiqued more harshly. 2, when women do stand up for each other, they don't get heat for doing so. No one is perfect, myself definitely included, but we got to acknowledge that men and women are critiqued differently in this space. She tweeted out saying something like, everything she's saying is true. So that's Patricia Bright, Samantha Ravindal, Chloe Morello, Marlene Estelle, Nikita Dragon tweeted out that karma tweet, which was like, karma's coming. I remember in the video where Shane Dawson was apologizing for his past behavior, he said that he is disgusted by who he was back then and that he basically just like hates that person and hates his past. But people had an issue with the fact that his Shanae channel was still up, and I think it's still up. And also in his 2018 collab with James Charles, he wore his Shanae t-shirt, like his merch that he was selling up until 3 weeks ago. So there is an article by Tube Filter saying YouTube has suspended monetization on all 3 of Shane Dawson's channels. So Shane Dawson's not going to be making any money on his videos from this point onwards, but we don't really know for how long. And that's actually happened to Logan Paul when he had his little Japan situation. But matter of fact is, yeah, YouTube took ads off of his... Why is there a fly? YouTube took ads off of his videos, and they actually kicked Logan Paul off the Google Preferred program, which gives you a higher CPM. It gives you like premium ads, you're less likely to be demonetized, that kind of a thing. And I don't think Shane Dawson was ever on the Google Preferred program, at least not in the last few years, because his videos have been getting demonetized. And yeah, his ads have been taken away, but realistically, Shane posts like twice a year. By the time he posts his next series, I think his ads will be back. That's what I think personally, because Logan Paul got his ads back within 3 months, I think it was. He just didn't get put back on Google Preferred, which he's still not back on, and I don't think he'll ever be back on Google Preferred because that would stir too much of a controversy for YouTube for them to deal with. And I think this is basically YouTube just saying like, hey, we don't want controversy, so before anyone writes a newspaper article on this, we've taken away his ads. Now, Trisha Paytas filmed a video on Tati, basically, I think it was titled Tati is stupid or something along those lines. And Trisha keeps on repeating the fact that Tati is like 38 years old when Trisha's like in her mid-30s. So how does that make any sense? And also, your beloved friend Shane Dawson is 34, 33. Jeffree Star is like 34. Ryland is also in his 30s. Like, why is Tati's age a problem? Is it because she's a woman? Why is it... Oh my god, I love this song, right? Why is it that women aging is such an awful thing? Get Botox, get filler, facial cream for aging. But when men get older, they become more handsome. They become wiser. Everyone likes an older man. No one likes an older woman. Dye your hair. Why is it going grey? Grey hair on a man? Attractive. Grey hair on a woman? Not attractive. Why is it that her age is the only thing being brought up, but their ages completely left out the question? Interesting observations here, Angelika. Great stuff. This fly is still here. Oh my god. Go away. Okay. So yeah, Trisha says nothing of value. Her comment section is really hyping her up. I think it's just people that are very against Tati. So like anyone that will say anything against Tati is good for them, like even if it just makes no sense. She obviously made that video because she has friends with Shane Dawson and she has defended him to no end. Even through his like kids jokes and, you know, all that stuff, she's still defending him, which I get it because he's Trisha's friend, but you can defend him privately, but maybe publicly don't do that to yourself. It's just not a good look. It is just not a good look. When you have Jada and Jaden Smith saying, hey, we don't accept your apology for the inappropriate behavior towards our sister, maybe sit this one out, Trisha. Really, please sit this one out. And she's just been tweeting like crazy and just retweeting stuff. She retweeted like Kalel and a YouTuber called Evelina, like talking about how manipulative Tati is and all that stuff. So her Twitter's just full of now like Tati hate. People also thought that she was distracting from Shane Dawson's like past by filming all those like David Dobrik videos, which yeah, we should be holding everyone accountable, including David Dobrik. But it just seemed very convenient to do it then. And it was like a similar controversy as well. So it was very convenient to do it then. And people thought she was basically just trying to take attention away from Shane Dawson and his controversy, which it didn't work because everyone's still pissed off. So now apparently, I think it was Sanders Kennedy that reached out to Target to ask them about them still selling Shane Dawson's book. And they have now written back to him saying that they will be quickly, but it might take a while, getting rid of any Shane Dawson merch or books from their shops, so you won't be able to buy them soon. So they're just completely saying, no, we don't agree with everything that's come out. I think, was it CNN that covered this story as well? This is getting past, I think people are still looking at this as, oh, little drama, little beauty community drama. It's so petty. This is the furthest thing from petty. I retweeted a tweet on Twitter that was like, this includes inappropriate jokes about children, racism, manipulation behind the scenes, gaslighting people, trying to ruin people's careers. Like, this is so far gone past like beauty community drama. Like, it makes it sound, yeah, like when me and like Spill Session, everyone covers this stuff, it makes it sound like it's just this like funny tea with receipts, but like this is a lot more serious than people would like to think. There are like very hurtful allegations, accusations, just a lot of things happening right now that are so far past like beauty drama. And I think it's easy to diminish this by saying, oh, just some beauty drama, and that's how people get away with it, because they hide behind their community to be like, oh, I'm just here to sell some eyeshadow palettes, I'm not I didn't do anything, when in reality there is just so much happening behind the scenes and publicly that we need to talk about, because it's getting a little bit out of hand now. Going back to Shane Dawson's live, he didn't address the Smiths, like Jada and Jaden Smith, when they came out to talk about their daughter and sister. Same person, just, making that distinction. But the moment Tati posts her video, he's on Instagram live, screaming, shouting, huffing, puffing, walking around his Calabasas mansion. That rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like, not only did he diminish what she said about her past experiences and why that led her to believe everything they said about the victims of James Charles, which there could still be victims, but I'm saying victims before anyone says that I'm once again accusing James Charles of something, whatever. Until I hear a voice note, and I'm not forcing anyone to come out with a voice note, I want the victims, if they don't feel comfortable coming out with anything, they don't have to. I'm saying until I hear it, I'm going to make that an accusation, an allegation. It's alleged information. So she was obviously going to believe that, which is why she brought this up. She's never brought this story up before. Her experiences, she's never brought them up on her channel. She had, plenty of time that she could have brought this up for pity, to sell more product or whatever, get more views. She didn't. She brought it up now though, because it's the reason why she was so quick to believe you guys when you spoke about James Charles's victims. That's why she brought it up. It's not for manipulation. It is literally just her saying like, hey, this is why I was so quick to believe the allegations. So it's just kind of strange that he's so quick to respond to a tea video on him, but he can't respond to a mother and a brother of Willow Smith being concerned for the things that have been happening towards their daughter in the past. Wow. Okay. Is it because it's like easy to go, oh, this is drama, Tati's just stirring the pot, and that's a lot easier to explain than what you did to Willow Smith. Well, her poster, but still, the intent was there. Next, Brittany Taylor released a statement, and she tweeted out saying, my thoughts about Shane Dawson. And you're gonna think like, oh, she's gonna spill some tea, she's gonna tell us some like behind the scenes information about Shane Dawson, and in turn she tells us about an iPad. Let me get into it. Can I tell you a story about Shane? When the iPad first came out, he was at the Apple store in Sherman Oaks, California. A sales associate started to tell him all about the iPad, its features, and was gushing how they wanted to buy one for themselves. He asked her to throw one in, and as he was leaving the store, he gave it to her. Shane has done countless things just like this in all the time I've known him, with no recognition, no tweet or post about his good deeds. When I was leaving my ex for an abusive relationship, he had my back and exposed to many of you the dangers of online dating. He helped me make one of the hardest moments of my life feel like it wasn't for nothing, because maybe, just maybe, my story helped stop it from happening to someone else. Has he said and done some really stupid things in his 20s? Yes. Your forgiveness for his past actions are for you and you alone to decide. I just love my friend, and this note is coming from a place of love. So Brittany is one of Shane Dawson's ex-friends. Well, they were friends and they stopped kind of hanging out, and then they were friends again, but that was because she had like a very toxic relationship that turned into like a stalkerish situation that he filmed one of his first like series about. And yeah, so she's released this statement. And I think, so Kalel actually tweeted out saying, waiting to address your mistakes until you have someone new to shift the blame on, who just so happens to be currently kicked and down. How convenient. Okay, Kalel. All right. So Ryland tweeted out saying, hope you enjoy those sold out vitamins that made you millions in minutes from Shane's support, you two-faced liar. If you help someone out and then you go and throw that in their face when they do something that upsets you, how about you just don't help people? You're clearly not a good person. You're not doing it for their benefit. You're doing it for your benefit. And the only reason that Shane was posting Tati's vitamins was because Tati exposed James Charles, and he kept on showing her support until it wasn't cool to support Tati anymore. So realistically, was he promoting her vitamins for the fact that he just wanted her to sell out her vitamins, or was he doing it to rub it in James Charles's face? Then he tweets out, not today, motherfuckers. Do not try me right now. And he seems so mad that he's like making so many like spelling mistakes, and he's clearly just not like proofreading. He's just tweeting in anger and sending those tweets out. Tati Westbrook, a masterclass in manipulation. The only was to save her... Yeah, it just makes no sense, guys. Was to save her reputation, was to side with the person she tried to ruin. Make no mistake, this 40-year-old woman choose to post a video on her own accord. She riled up Shane before doing so to have one of the biggest creators backing her in the chance this all backfired. Shane very well would have posted a video exposing James had he felt so inclined. Shouldn't you have said Shane very well could have posted a video? Because would have makes it sound like he wanted... Anyway. No receipts because she didn't want to expose the countless times she told Shane that she was a big girl doing this only for herself. No. There are no receipts because she's fighting a court case. Now, Lisa Schwartz, who was involved in one of those like videos with the 12-year-old cousin, tweeted out saying, "Thank you for reading. I want to address the 10-year-old clip." I like how we have to emphasize how old the clip is when it's disgusting either way. From Shane's channel of myself and Shane talking to his cousin. It was absolutely inappropriate and not funny. Watching it back now, it makes my skin crawl, and I'm so sorry as part of his gross bit. Before I came here to say this, I thought it was more important to reach out to both Shane's cousin in the video and her mum to apologize in real life. After all, they are the ones most affected by it. They were both gracious and welcoming. They accepted my apology and reassured me that they both remembered that moment was indeed a planned and consensual joke, albeit terrible. I have grown over these past 10 years as a creator and a woman, aiming to bring content that inspires and brightens an often bleak world. I promise to always do better and be better, which, that's fine. Actually, Trisha Paytas, going back to Trisha Paytas for a minute, tweeted out saying, "How and why did Tati get close to James when he was 16 and she was in her 30s? Like, no one else thinks that's weird, just me, okay, cool, bye." And then someone actually tweeted to that and said, "How about you sit this one out?" and posted tweets of her saying things like, "Am I a if I want to bang Scotty McCreery? Probably, so I'm just going to say I really love him, now turn 18. My Scotty McCreery is on is on Jay Leno tonight. He's my inappropriate and underage fantasy. Love you, boo-boo." And then, "When Trevor Moran turns 18, I'm so ready for him. I can hear your echo in moi pants." Sit this one out, Trisha. Let's really sit this one out. Also, the Conspiracy Collection is just not on Morphe anymore. Some Jeffree Star products are still on Morphe.com, but the Conspiracy Collection isn't. It seems like they just erased Shane, but not Jeffree, which kind of goes with the theory that Jeffree co-owns Morphe. But why would they only erase Shane and not Jeffree when they're both involved? And then someone else tweeted out saying, so Jeffree Star said, "Chris, if I had evidence on Davi, he'd be in prison, but has actual evidence against and he just sits on it for blackmail." Okay, which is very true. And that's the video for today. These are all the updates regarding Shane Dawson and anything else that I found on the internet regarding this whole situation. Once more things come out, I'll be filming another video for you guys so you have the summary of everything that's happening, because I am overwhelmed and I know that you guys are overwhelmed as well. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything, comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens, which is a lot. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links and second channel description, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.